We're on the cusp of major breakthroughs in MS. With the new technologies, we can look at the entire tissue at once to really let the data speak to us.
With any disorder of the brain, human brain tissue is invaluable. You can't get the job done without it.
The scarcity of tissue samples from well-characterized multiple sclerosis brains is limiting development of treatments and understanding of multiple sclerosis.
There are some brain banks that exist for multiple sclerosis across the world, but the numbers of available brains are still small. This is why the MS Society has decided to sponsor this new brain bank.
Most of us don't have millions of dollars to donate to build a beautiful building. In fact, this resource that you have in your head is invaluable.
So my kids were really young at the time. I think one was like 2 and one was 4. And I was writing the grocery list. I dropped the pen and my hand started tremoring and I couldn't hold the pen. And I was like, that's the weirdest thing. Like, what is this thing that's happening to my hand?
I am a teacher in the South Bronx. I am also a widow and a former partner whose husband had MS for more than 30 years.
I feel like 90% of my MS is mental in a way. Not letting the idea of it or the fear of it take over and inhibit the way that I want to live my life.
There were periods of time where I would actually forget that I was a caretaker because his illness wasn't so pronounced. And there were times I actually questioned, does he really have MS? Because we live like a normal life. But like MS resurfaces, and you certainly remember it's back.
People ask me a lot, how can I help you? You know, you're working hard to try to understand MS, to treat people with MS, to cure the disease. This would be a wonderful way to help.
Just 2 weeks ago, there was an MS walk and all these people were walking by my house and I was watching them and they wouldn't know that I'm sitting here watching them and that I have MS and they have MS and we're all so different. And why am I not in a wheelchair? I have no idea, but that's one of the reasons that when Dr. Wiley asked me about brain donation, that I wanted to donate my brain to MS research because there's so much that we don't know and maybe there's information to be had about why I'm this lucky.
I probably would have said no early on when I was in my 30s. No way, you're not going to take his brain too. You've taken enough from him. This disease has taken enough. But in the end, it would have been a good thing. It's probably the right decision in the end, but I think there has to be a path to get there.
My first reaction was, of course, I believe in science and information is power. And then that emotional part of me goes, oh my God, it's like, okay, there's an ick factor. This is a little ghoulish and do I really, I talked to my husband about making the brain donation. And I think I was thinking through the process out loud with him. I know that I'll be treated with respect. I believe in the people who are taking care of me. It's a piece of tissue that I won't need anymore. And it has an extreme value.
We need to understand not only what's happening inside the brain of somebody with MS, but we need to understand what's happening in the brain of somebody who is healthy, so we can understand what's different about the MS brain.
Privacy of donors is something that we take very seriously, and it's something that we've been dealing with for a very long time at Columbia. Brains that come in are given a serial number that is unique to our tissue bank. Researchers who are provided that tissue, of course, don't have any of that patient identifying information.
We would do some assessments about once a year to see how people were walking, to see how they were functioning neurologically, how they're thinking. And being able to understand how a person's MS is progressing over the years can really exponentially increase how much we can learn from a pathologic sample. Every brain that's donated is good, but one that comes along with an understanding of the disease course is incredibly valuable.
this is a resource that we are going to create and distribute as widely as possible. Because while we have great scientists that will do important work on the samples that we receive from donors, there are many other scientists across the world who do exciting work as well. And so we want to get them the best possible samples so that they can answer their questions also and accelerate understanding of the disease and the translation towards new medications.
Our goal is to make a structure where scientists from across the country can request samples and receive high quality, well-preserved, and well-characterized samples of MS brain and spinal cord.
I'm really grateful that we were having this conversation. It's really a unique opportunity both for you and for me to work together to advance the understanding of MS.
By donating your brain, you are contributing to the future of science and the discovery of a cure for MS.
As an MS patient, your donation means that we're not in it alone.
This resource really sets the stage for the best scientists to move this disease into cure territory.
We're not settling for treatments. We're going to go for cure.
Donating your brain for MS research, it might be the most important thing that you do for science.